beginning in a wide leg child's pose. So your knees are wide and your big toes are coming to touch. Then your hips are sinking back towards your heels. And with the upper body toward the mat, allowing your heart to melt down, finding some softness in the belly, softness in the forehead and face, allowing the hips to melt back toward the heels. Take a big inhale here and a slow exhale. Again, like that, big inhale, slow exhale, softening, melting. Then reaching the arms forward. From here, we're going to walk the hands toward the left side of the mat, bringing the right ear down toward the mat. That right hip continues to come back toward the right heel as you melt down through the right side. Feeling a stretch through the right side body. Option to wrap the left arm around the back, finding that hip crease. One more breath here. And then we'll unwind, walk the hands through center, coming across to the other side. As you walk your hands toward the right side of the mat, bringing the left ear down, you'll melt down through that left side body, working that left hip back toward the heel. And then same thing here, option to bring that right arm around the back, finding the left hip crease, opening the right shoulder. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Unwind back to center. And from here, we're going to make our way up into a tabletop. Hands and knees. We want to bring the knees directly under the shoulders and the wrists knees under hips and wrists directly under shoulders. Finding a nice long spine. And we'll move into some cat-cows. So when you're ready, you're going to drop the belly, gaze up. And then exhale, finding that scaredy cat spine and bringing the chin to the chest. Again, inhale, cow pose, gazing up, arching the back. Exhale into that cat spine, creating space between the shoulders. Inhale, cow, maybe tucking the toes under. Exhale, cat, creating that C-shaped spine. Again, inhale. Starting to find a little organic movement, maybe shifting some weight forward on cow and shifting weight back on cat. Maybe as you inhale, you scoop through, finding cow. Exhale, sink back to a child's pose. And continue like this, finding that natural movement that opens up and wakes up your spine in a way that feels really good and natural for you. And whatever you do, movement in one direction, then reverse it and move the other way. You could try it the way that I'm doing it, or find a little dancing lion, maybe making circles with your body. Whatever feels good for you today. Really tuning in and listening to your body. From here, we'll move into a puppy pose. So we're bringing our heart down toward the mat. And then maybe bringing the chin towards the mat. Or if that doesn't feel okay for your neck, you can just keep your forehead on the mat. And then we'll come into a Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms on the mat. And then we'll drop the chin to the chest. And then rolling the left ear to the left shoulder, rolling right ear to right shoulder. Find a little back and forth like that, taking care of your neck. And then we'll come up to center, lifting the head, and we'll gaze to the left. And then gaze to the right. From here, we're going to make our way back into a tabletop. So that hands and knees again. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Reach the right arm up and find some circles with the arm. opening up the shoulder girdle, wide circles. You'll go one way and then the other. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down. And then we'll thread the needle. Right arm comes underneath the body, right shoulder comes to the mat, right ear comes to the mat. Breathing into the right shoulder, softening through the right side. Option to wrap the left arm around the back, and further option to extend that left leg back and maybe elevate it, pressing through the left heel, pointing the toes toward the mat. These are just options. Unwind, and then prepare for the other side. Left arm comes up to the sky. And find those big circles, forward, down, and back. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you go down. And then switch direction. And then we'll find that thread the needle again. Left arm comes underneath, left shoulder to the mat, left ear to the mat. Inhale into the left shoulder. And exhale. Maybe the right arm comes around the back, and maybe the right leg reaches back or elevates. Just options. Wherever you are, unwind. Come back to tabletop. From here, we're going to extend the right arm forward, palm facing inward like you're shaking someone's hand. And then extend the left leg back. With the core engaged, really reach in both directions. And then we'll find gate pose. The right hand's going to come down. You'll come up on the left side, or right side. Left arm reaching toward the sky, and then reaching overhead. And then the left hand grabs the left foot, first squeezing it in for a quad stretch, and then pressing into that left foot to open up the heart and the chest. And then make your way back to table. Prepare for the other side. Left arm reaches forward, right leg reaches back. Engage the core. Then left hand down, right hand up. And as that right hand reaches forward, extend through the right leg. Then grabbing the right foot, quad stretch. And then pressing back, opening up the heart, opening the chest. We'll come back to center, back to table. Let that go. And then from here, we're going to make our way into cow face pose. So we're going to bring that left knee in front of the right knee and then open the feet wide enough to get your hips down to the mat between them. And then find a little adjustment here, maybe widening the feet a little, bringing the knees a little closer to each other so that you can ground down through both sits bones, sit up nice and tall. And then option to fold forward any amount. You can keep hands on the feet or bring the hands forward. I like to find palms facing up in this posture, a posture of humility and gratitude. Try breathing and softening the hips, letting go. You can stay right here, or option to come on up and find eagle wrap arms. You'll bring the left arm underneath. Oh, I got that wrong. I'll try again. Left arm underneath the right, eagle wrap. And then option to fold forward with the eagle arms. Continuing to think about creating space between the shoulder blades. And there's a whole lot of sensation happening, so please use your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Unwind, finding a counter posture to let that go. And then just finding a way into the opposite. Oh, no, here we're going to bring the left foot into the right thigh, right leg extended long. And find a fold forward, opening up that right hamstring. Softening through the right hamstring. Long, slow breaths. Then as you come up to seated, we're going to bring the left foot across the right leg. And then finding a twist. So the right arm hugs that left knee in. Left hand is behind you, and as you inhale, you sit up taller, and as you exhale, you twist. You can gaze back or forward. Then unwind, bow in. And from here, we're going to find a rock the baby. Just hugging that left knee in like a seated pigeon pose, opening up the left hip. And then finding seated dancing Shiva. That right hand is outside of the left foot and left arm extended back behind you, twisting from the center. Then bringing that left hand around, finding another hamstring stretch, folding forward. Take this in any way that works for you. And then we're just going to switch legs. So we're going to find that cow face posture again with the right leg on top this time. Widening the feet to bring the hips down. Making those adjustments so we can ground through the sits bones and sit up nice and tall. And when you're ready, begin to fold forward any amount. Noticing how this side feels differently than the other. Option to bring the hands forward, maybe palms facing up. And either staying here or option to find those eagle wrap arms. As you come up, you'll bring the right arm underneath, wrapping the arms. Lifting up and then folding it. See where you can soften and where you can let go. Let this be a posture of surrender. And then coming back up, we'll extend the left leg forward. And then bring the right foot inside of the left thigh, right knee opening to the side. And then folding over, hamstring stretch for the left leg. Thinking about lengthening through the spine, bringing the crown of the head toward those toes. And then as you come up, bring the right foot across the left thigh. We're going to find that twist again. Left arm will hug the knee in. Right hand comes behind, twisting from the center. Gazing over that right shoulder toward the back. And then maybe trying to turn the head, gazing to the left. And then unwind, bow in. And from here, we'll find that rock the baby again, bringing the right foot into the left elbow. Feeling it in that right hip, breathing there. Then seated dancing Shiva, left hand outside of the right foot, right arm extended back. Continuing to twist from the middle. And then finding that seated hamstring stretch, bringing the foot up. And then we'll fold forward with that foot. From here, we're going to bring feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Think about the blade edges of your feet touching and the tops of your feet opening like the pages of a book. Allowing the hips to soften so the knees can fall wider, and then folding forward any amount. I like to use my elbows toward the knees to urge them open a little more. And then making your way back up to seated. From here, I'm going to find a straddle pose. So wide leg straddle, bringing both legs wide, folding down the center. This can be a deep stretch with a whole lot of sensation. So notice where you can soften and let go. softening the hips, softening the thighs and calves. And then we'll find a stretch, bringing the right hand up and over toward the left side, feeling a stretch through the right side body. And then we're going to take it the other way, coming across. Left arm reaches up and over toward the right foot. We're almost there, coming back to center. From here, we're just going to loop ourselves around, make our way into a reclined position. We're going to do a little bit of core work for that solar plexus chakra, activating the core, firing up. Let's start by hugging both knees into the chest. And then from here, we're going to keep that right knee in and extend the left leg long, releasing it down to the ground. Squeeze that right knee in. And then you're going to make some baby circles with that knee in one direction and then the other. From here, we'll find half happy baby. Right hand grabbing the outside of the right foot, right knee coming down outside the body. Heel is pointed toward the ceiling or the sky. And then we'll hug that right knee in again. And from here, elevate the left foot, elevate your head and shoulders. Just find a little bicycle, a little kicking back and forth. Activating that core. Upper and lower abdomen, knees in and out, or straight legs up and down. And then finding a little hamstring stretch again, walking your hands up that right foot. And then we'll find a spinal twist. Right knee comes across the body to the left. Right arm out to the right. Letting gravity do the work here. Letting go. Come back to center again. This time we'll hug that left knee into the chest, giving it a good squeeze. Then finding those baby circles with the knee, one way and then the other. This always feels really good to me. Then we'll hug that left knee in. Option to find happy baby on the left side. Left hand grabbing the outside of the left foot, left knee coming down outside the body, left heel toward the sky. And then hugging the knee in again, elevating the right foot, arms over the head, elevating the chest, the shoulders and head, and finding that core work, one knee in and then the other. And then straight legs, find a little kick, kick, kick. Really using that core. And then a little scissor action with the feet, with the legs straight. Fire it up. Anything else that feels good for you. Finally walking your hands up that left foot. Then hugging the left knee in and finding the spinal twist. Left knee across the body toward the right. Left arm out to the left. Gaze to the left. Keeping both shoulders on the mat as that knee comes across. The knee does not have to touch the ground. Twisting from the middle. This posture is so good for us, so good for our bodies. From here, we'll find a reclined butterfly pose. Feet together, knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Right hand on the belly, left hand on the heart. What are 3 things you can thank your body for right now? All of the beautiful ways it carries you through life. Just taking a moment of gratitude as you feel your heart beating and you feel your breath moving in and out of your chest and belly. Then extending both arms and legs long in opposite directions, we're going to find a little banana posture. Walking both hands to the right, both feet to the right, creating a little banana shape with your body. And then working across the other way. Hands to the left, feet to the left. Coming back to center, we're just going to reach in both directions, arms and legs. Maybe one side and then the other. And then we'll find our final resting pose for Shavasana, allowing the feet to come wide, arms at your sides, palms facing up.